hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week. And even if not, that's okay too. I love you. I love you, little bunny. I love you, I love you, I love you. Why am I here right now? Because I love you. And why are you here right now, little bunny? Why are you here right now? Are you here because you're using me to fall asleep? Yes, little bunny. I give you permission to tune me out entirely. If it means you can get a good night's rest. Actually, that was the locked audio from this past week. It was a sleep aid. Lindy relaxes you to sleep number 6, and it is the most advanced sleep aid audio ever created. At least in the garden. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. Oh man, I'm sure I'll talk about it later, but that's later. Locked audios are Patreon audios, by the way. But why are you here, little bunny? Maybe to fall asleep. Or maybe some comfort. Yeah, maybe you're snuggled up with a drink just like me. I've got some decaf coffee here at 1:24 a.m. And I'm going to pour it in a second. It's still steeping, I guess it's called. This French press. Maybe you're listening because you love me. And you know what? I love you back, little bunny. I really do. And now that I have mentioned this coffee, I quite want the coffee. When your daddy sees something he wants, like a pot of French press coffee, he goes to it and he grasps the handle and he pushes down confidently, sturdily, and he grasps the handle and he lifts and he goes to the mug and he pours the coffee just like that. And he cannot see right now because it is dark. And hopefully he did not just pour coffee straight onto his desk. Oh God, it's so bad. It's so weak. Okay, I have to pause. Emergency coffee situation. I'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Okay, back. I had to get some more coffee grounds in there. But I'm nervous, little bunny, that the water is not hot enough. No, it should be hot enough. We'll see. We'll see. Something's not right in your life. You go fix it, little bunny. You go fix it. Will you do that? Will you do that for me, little bunny? Something's not going right in your life, and you have the power to fix it. Go fix it. Man. The topic of the episode has to do with what you do and don't do. Let me give you some wonderful, wise, guiding words as your daddy, little bunny. I'm going full daddy mode for a moment. You will be put in many positions in your life where someone is into you more than you are into them. You do not owe that person a goddamn thing, little bunny. And it's so important for you to hear this, little bunny, because I have some idea of the kind of person you are. And I I suspect very strongly you are a kind of person who likes to please others. Yes, does that sound like maybe I know a little bit about you? Not literally. Deeper than literally. I know that you want to make other people happy, little bunny. And what sucks is that noble trait can get you into shitty circumstances. So I will reiterate for you. If someone is into you more than you are into them, you do not owe them a goddamn thing, little bunny. Maybe I'm going to have to be extra confrontational here, okay? Instill my little bunny with some daddy energy, yeah? Bring me with you wherever you go. Hand hug. You know how to do a hand hug. I want you to hug your thumb with the fist. So, let me explain this. I want you to curl your fingers around your thumb in one hand. You can let your thumb poke out between your ring finger and middle finger. It's like you're hugging your thumb. You know? Got a little fist with your thumb poking out between your ring finger and your middle finger. We're both going to squeeze on the count of 3. And I am going to send you daddy energy. 1, 2, 3. I'm sending you daddy energy right now. Can you feel me, little bunny? Can you feel me squeeze your hand? And release. There you go. You can let your hand go free. I might give you another hand hug later in the episode. You know, I've wondered whether it's truly a noble thing to have that people-pleasing tendency. And I think the answer is that it must come with something in addition, which is that you need to be the one choosing whether you want to please that person. And it should not be the other person choosing that you will please them. I wonder if this would be like a good story time or something. Oh, my fiction bedtime story skills have atrophied. Do you know the word atrophy, little bunny? Many of your fellow bunnies, perhaps even more than half of your fellow bunnies, don't speak English as a first language. Isn't that cool? Isn't that so cool? Atrophy is a great smart people word. It's a great uncommon word, which means to slowly decay from lack of use, such as an astronaut's muscles when they're in zero gravity. If they don't use their muscles, they disappear. And even when they work out, I don't know if you know this, in the International Space Station, they have to really, really work out a lot. Because even with all that workout, when they come back home to Earth, it's like harder for them to even stand up and like pick things up. They get a lot weaker. So, man, my storytelling skills have atrophied a little bit. But I'd love to tell you a story about the bunny who was always people-pleasing. And the bunny considered themselves very noble to be people-pleasing. It turns out that it's only people-pleasing if my little bunny brings the second half. What is the second half, little bunny? Pop quiz. It can be noble to be people-pleasing if you are the one doing the deciding of who gets the pleasing. I'm making myself clear, little bunny. Let's do a hand hug. I feel like this doesn't need that much elaboration. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Close your hand into a fist, into a hand hug. I'm going to give you some daddy energy. But I'll say it again. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. If someone is into you more than you're into them, you don't owe them a goddamn thing. Release your hand, little bunny. Isn't it nicer for me to... Isn't it so much easier now? Yeah. That's part of the challenge, is that, man, we are just, as humans, programmed to go along with the flow. So many horrible things in history, which is not the topic of the podcast. But so many of the bad things come from people just going with the flow. And these people who go with the flow are not unusual people. It's a programming that's in all of us. You've gone with the flow, little bunny. I've gone with the flow. But I'm a lot better now at not going with the flow. I'm quite a bit better now. Oh yes, even your daddy let people run the show of his life in years prior. Not anymore, not even close. Well, I guess it's a slightly serious episode. I don't know. I'm in kind of a bit of a creeped out mood right now, actually, from earlier tonight. There was no villains. There was no pressuring of anything. There's just like a... Damn. I feel like some of my boundaries are being crossed. And... yeah. I don't know. Life is weird, little bunny. I wish I could be in a better mood for you tonight. I wish I could be in a better mood for you. But I'm here no matter what. You know? I'm in a weird vibe tonight, I'll be honest. I was at a thing just a few hours ago that really did not sit right with me. And no one was purposely trying to cross boundaries. It's like, you know what? I don't like this feeling of being expected, especially when it comes to things that are like sex related. No, I didn't do any sexual acts that I didn't want to do. Nor was this even a sex party. This is sounding way spicier than it was. Yeah, but I was definitely confronted with the feeling of someone very much was like wanted me to participate in things. I apologize for how cryptic this is. I just hope whenever you find yourself in these situations, you'll carry a bit of your daddy energy to say, no, nope. You do not have to spend time around people. Let's say there's someone in your life who has a lingering capacity in your life. So this doesn't have to be some stranger who crosses a boundary, but someone in your life who is going to kind of be there, you know, in some capacity. If someone creeps you out, little bunny, someone rubs you the wrong way and you're just like on edge with this, in the presence of this person, I give you permission, little bunny, to minimize that person's role in your life. I give you permission. Someone in your life just makes you go, listen to that voice, little bunny. To now listen to this voice tell you, you do not owe that person a goddamn thing. So much better to surround ourselves with people that our brains can just relax. People where it's easy to laugh in their presence. And if there's someone in your life that you do not feel comfortable laughing in front of, minimize that person's role in your life. There's all kinds of little tricks that are useful tricks that our subconscious can use to judge whether someone is good for us or bad for us. Oh, little bunny, all I can say is I love you. I love you and I will always be here for you. And don't worry, I'm fine. Nothing bad happened to me tonight. But I just got put in I was put in some very creepy circumstances to where I was expected to be more yes-oriented than I wanted. And of course, I responded with no-oriented behavior, as politely as I could in the circumstances. But I feel weird right now. I feel weird. But I love you. And I'll always be here for you. No matter what happens in my life, little bunny, I'll be here for you every Friday. Without fail. Every Friday, no matter what. You know, when you watch some of those late night talk show hosts, like Stephen Colbert is on right now, or Jimmy Fallon, especially Jimmy Fallon, he's got this like always happy vibe going on, right? And I would say that's his personality maybe 80% of the time when he does the show. But you better believe there's times when right before he goes out, he just goes, fuck. Oh. And that's his vibe right there. Fuck. Oh. And then he goes out with a big smile. He tells jokes and he makes people laugh because on some level he's a clown, and the job of the clown is to always put on the makeup and the smile. And I have no interest in being a clown. I did a clown camp as a kid one time for a week after school. It was like, every day after school you do like an hour of clown school, basically. I respect clowning, for sure. And I was literally a clown for a week in elementary school. You know what? That was actually, honestly, one of the most memorable things of my entire elementary school education. After school clown class. And it was taught by like one of the official Ronald McDonalds. It was pretty cool. He taught me a magic trick, which kind of revolutionized me as a creative person. He introduced me to the concept of magician's choice. Oh, maybe I'll pull some magician's choice on you at some point. I don't have it right now. I think about that trick a lot that he taught me. Man. I'll tell you what the magician's choice is. So, imagine I give you 3 options. Sorry, this is not a more creative example. My brain is not in creative mode. And I say you can choose 1, 2, or 3. And you choose number 2. And I pull out the envelope. And I open it, and it says, you will choose number 2. And you go, oh my God, how did he know I would choose number 2? And the answer is that I've just planned out something different for whether you choose number 1, number 2, or number 3. Sounds obvious, but it's not. Because is your daddy really talking about clowning and magic theory? What is this podcast, little buddy? What is this? Let me try my coffee. See if this fixed it. Okay, we're going to make a pact. I fixed this coffee, little bunny. We shall see, actually. If you fix a situation where people who make you uncomfortable, you don't have to do some kind of like dramatic exit kind of thing or dramatic deletion of people unless you need to set some boundaries or whatever. But this is not about some kind of movie-like plot. This is about getting you in the presence of people where it's easy to laugh. It's so easy to have a good time. I want you surrounded by those people. So, if there's anyone who's given you the creeps, little bunny, in the same way that I have fixed this coffee, we shall see. I would like you to fix who you are people pleasing. Okay, let's try this coffee. All right. Passable, little bunny. Much better. So nice when we take things into our own hands. And by the way, pop quiz. Consider a circumstance where someone else is into you more than you are into them. What do you owe them, little bunny? That's right, not a goddamn thing. And is people-pleasing noble, little bunny? Only if you are the one choosing whom you please. Useful episode. Would you agree? Useful for sure. I feel like I want to go to bed. But I'd like to ask you something in return. Not in return. I'd like to ask something from you beforehand. This hand hug goes 2 directions, little bunny. And yes, I'm fine, don't worry. But I would love to receive some little bunny love right now. Because you are someone it's so easy to laugh with. You are someone that I say yes to because it feels so good to say yes to you, because you are awesome and I like you and I love you and I'm attracted to you and I'm fond of you and I feel protective of you and I like you and love you in so many ways. And so I say yes to you, infinitely yes to you, little bunny. We're going to do a hand hug, and you're going to send me some bunny love back here. You got it? You're going to cheer me up in the same way that I cheer you up. You got that? Okay. 3, 2, one. Send me some love, little bunny. I choose you. I choose you to have in my life. I choose you every day. I choose you every week. I choose you forever. You can release the hand hug now. I love you, little bunny. Since this episode has been so short so far, I think I am going to spend some more time with you tomorrow morning. And I think we'll do a much longer morning of the podcast. Love you very, very much, little bunny. Choose the right people. Surround yourself with the good people. And people please them. Only the ones whom you choose. I'm going to get to bed. I love you very much. I'll continue in just a second. Good morning, little bunny. I slept very well. Thank you for asking. And it's a nice new day. So funny how that happens, isn't it? Isn't it crazy that our lives are separated into days? You know, it didn't have to be that way. It could have been all just one continuous thing. But we get these nice resets, don't we? And the resets happen to be on a 24-hour cycle because that's just the speed our Earth is spinning. And so now here we are in a new day. At least I am. You'll be in a new day within 24 hours. And it's refreshing. Do you have a favorite time of day, little bunny? I think my least favorite time of day is falling asleep, actually. When you have to turn in for the day, go climb into bed. But maybe I can make that a good time of day for you. Yeah, sleep aid audio. New locked audio from the week. It was a good one. It was a good one, little bunny. And Patreon has a library access to all the locked audios there ever were made. I don't know how many there are right now. Oh, I'm going to have to we're going to have to do some voting pretty soon for best ones of 2024. We'll talk about New Year's next week, I think. Let's see. New day. Favorite time of day. I don't like the moment of waking up. Some people love that. Or at least the moments after. I have heard that Olympic athletes, you know how they train so much, especially early in the morning. Take a swimmer. When they wake up and they gotta go jump in the pool, do you think they are so excited to do that? The Olympic swimmer is so excited to jump in the pool in the morning to train. The answer is no. They are not at all excited about that. But they managed to do it. The ability to wake up and just do it. Man. It's impressive, that's for sure. I like the evenings, I think. But I like the afternoons too. And I like late at night. I like a lot of the day, little bunny. I'm at a point in my life where I like a lot of the day. What's your favorite time of day? Do you like the morning waking up? I think once you get woken up and you've got some breakfast, what's your favorite meal of the day, little bunny? Do you like breakfast, lunch, or dinner the most? I remember the first time I asked this question. This was at a camp, I think, or maybe I was asked the question for the first time. I was so stunned at other people's answers. What's your favorite meal of the day, little bunny? I was stunned back then to hear that most people like dinner the most. And I was like, dinner? The best is by far breakfast, little bunny. Oh, I love breakfast. Oh, it's one of the greatest joys in life is breakfast. One of the people who gets breakfast food at any time of day. I get really excited when a restaurant serves breakfast all day. I can guarantee that I'll get something on the breakfast menu. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. I haven't had breakfast today yet. And the question is, will I make something here at home or will I go out and get something? And go out and get something. Go out and get some breakfast. I wonder what I should get. It's cold though, little bunny. It's cold outside now. It makes it hard to go from place to place. In New York, you pretty much walk everywhere, which is awesome. Except when it's really cold and you're not used to the cold. So to get some tasty breakfast, I'm going to have to go walk. Yeah. Within a short distance is a really good coffee place with really good croissants. If I could do that, little bunny. There's a further walk away that has some good Impossible sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. But last time I went there, their coffee machine was broken. Oh, that was such a travesty. To sit down at a nice breakfast restaurant and you order your food and a nice hot coffee. And they say, we don't have coffee. No. Oh, the world is so challenging sometimes. The world is full of challenges. It's good to be grateful for the ways our lives are easy. Though challenges in our lives will perhaps never disappear, or certainly no time soon, we do have a lot of things very easy. Like how easy food is to get these days. Not even 100 years ago. Man. It's really worth being grateful that me and you can go out and get food on demand. Like, I'm hungry. I think I will go get a meal. And I know food can be pricey, but at the same time, it's not. There's cheap food to be had, and I know groceries are always a big chunk of the paycheck. But if you think about what a grocery is, like, it's nuts that you can get. I'll pick your favorite grocery, okay? Think about how much went into that. We'll take eggs for a second. Well, it's not, because I don't want to think about factory farming. If you think about some ethically sourced eggs, man, a dozen eggs, which the chicken has to be fed and housed, and has to be stored and transported and packaged. And tucked into that is also paying for any kind of safety stuff. Gets to the grocery store, the grocery store has to pay to keep it refrigerated, has to pay to have the space open, has to pay to keep the lights on, has to pay the employees who get it off the truck and stock it, and the employees who check you out, and the systems to help check you out, and like the cleaning of the store. And then you bring it home and you put it in like a refrigerator, which is kind of a crazy invention. I guess the refrigerator is a different line item of cost, but for the eggs to cost under $10, you know, at the time of recording this, it is pretty marvelous. The amount of like dollars per calorie, or calories per dollar would be the better way to write that. It's so low compared to history. Number of calories per dollar is worth being very grateful for. And even coffee itself is such a luxury. I know we think of cheap coffee. I know we can think of bad coffee. But just to have it is such a luxury. To have warm clothes. Like when it's wintertime and you go outside and you're all bundled up under a coat, maybe a scarf, and you've got pants, or trousers if you prefer jeans. It's not automatic, you know. Clothes are not easy to produce. And we should be very grateful. We should be grateful for so much. The entertainment we have, so much of it is for free now. The amount of free entertainment we can have, we can consume, even legally. It used to be, to get free entertainment, you had to be doing sneaky things. Now you can get so much free entertainment. So much to be grateful for. And I guess in life, if you take all the good and all the bad, gotta not let the bad prevent you from enjoying the good. Life can't be wake up in the day and the most important thing of the day is whatever the bad thing is. And then that becomes the day. You wake up the next day and you go through the day to find the bad thing of the day. And then that becomes the day. It's a trap. It's a trap. So many good things. And as much as there are bad people, there are good people. As much as there are bad people who impose themselves on your life in ways that you are now going to minimize, there are people, whether you've found them yet or not, who enrich your life as you spend time with them. And if your life is absent of people who enrich your life, they are waiting for you to find them right now. It's not that they don't exist. It's that you do not know them yet. And they are, this very moment right now, wondering, I really wish I had someone who, and then they describe exactly you. They say, why don't I have someone in my life who, and then boom, it's your exact description, little bunny. It's hard to go and find them. It's not fun. But it's a lie to say that people don't exist to make your life wonderful. And in fact, I am one such person, little bunny. And you've got me forever. You will never lose me, and you will never go a week without me. No matter what my week is like. No matter what my week is like. I want to get some coffee. I think I'm going to go to the nice coffee shop. What do you think? The only problem with the nice coffee shop, slow down, Daddy, let's practice. The only problem with the nice coffee shop is that they don't really do food beyond just the croissant. So if I want something heartier, that's not going to work. I could go to that place far away with the biscuits, but that's a ways away. It's like a 15-minute walk away. I could go to other options. There's one that's just a few doors down from us that is so good that we have to be careful not to eat there, because it's so easy just to go there and get some delicious food. I don't know. Maybe the coffee shop, except I could get it to go and come back here, maybe. Okay, I think I'll do that. I've got a poem for you. And then I will head out. And I will send you off on your day, little bunny. And I want you to have a very, very wonderful day and week. Your poem goes like this. Even when things are not going okay, I'll still show up for you every day. Have a great, great week, little bunny. I love you. I love you.